you all go on over to the computers in just a few minutes and log in, so you all can kind of see the platform of perhaps what your children may be logging in and how they'll be taking the test the FSA team can share. So feel free to ask any questions as we go through this. So again, it's going to be very brief. So changes. This is what we've been through with regards to the standards changing. This has been actually several years coming. We began to make the changes to the Common Core standards several years ago, and then it ended up changing for us, and we now teach what's called the LAS, which is the Language Arts Standards, and the MAS, which are the math standards. But they're the Florida standards is what we teach now as teachers. In 2014, the DOE partnered with the American Institute of Research, which is the acronym AIR that I have up there, to develop an assessment that will show how our students in the state of Florida are mastering these new standards that we'll be testing the kids on. So if you hear the word AIR, again, that's the company that's going to be creating this FSA, which is the Florida Standards Assessment. So which assessments will my child take? This is an interesting question for me, again, because I'm a mom as well, too. So grades 4 through 11 will be taking the English Language Arts, which is a writing component, and that's going to be happening in March. The students will be taking it on paper and pencil who are in grades 4 through 7, and 8th grade will be taking it on computer. Grades 3 through 11 is English Language Arts, which will occur in March and April. And I can speak to middle school on this, and Kim, feel free to add to this as well. I know that the middle school students will be taking that on computer as well, too, and I'm going to show you that component this evening. Anything regarding the elementary that you want to add for the English Language Arts for grades 3 through 5?
5th grade will be taking it online. Okay. 3rd and 4th will be paper pencil.
And then grades 3 through 8 will be taking mathematics, which will be in April. And again, 6 through 8 for sure will be on computer as well. And these, I say for sure, but we know that things change all the time. So as of right now, the plan will be for the kids to be taking that online as well too. And then for the elementary,
5th grade as well as math is online.
And of course, Algebra 1 and of course assessment, which will occur in April and May. And that will also be anybody that may have an 8th grade student here, they'll be taking it online as well. Okay, so we're going to take a look at what this test looks like to give you guys an idea. Has anybody ever been on the FSA assessment website? Does this sound familiar to anybody? Joe? Kenna? Okay. All right, let's take a look. I'm going to give you guys an idea. I'm going to kind of quickly go through this rather rapidly to begin with, because I did type up the directions step by step so you all can see exactly how to log in. And you can access this from home at any time. Log into this and take a look. So once I get onto the site, I'm going to go to the training test. Now we use this at our school strictly to train the students on the platform in terms of the way they're going to be answering questions. We don't use this to say this is what the questions will be, but rather to show them, and I'll explain to you a little bit more what I mean. So I'm going to click on Take the Training Test. And then I'm going to sign in. I have to pick a grade level, so I'm going to go ahead and pick 6th, and then just click yes. And then for tonight's purposes, I'm going to go ahead and click Start Grades 6 through 8 ELA Reading Training Test. I have the option here to choose a different background color if I would like to, as well as the various different print sizes. Now I'm going to leave it just the way it is. And then I'm going to click yes, start my test. When you all are logging in over there, make sure that you click the sound. We're going to pretend like we can hear it, although I think my projector is off right now and I cannot hear it. It will make a sound. And then this screen right here just provides some basic instructions. This lets the students know about the various tools that are available to help them through it. Like for instance, they will be able to take notes. They can use a line reader feature which highlights the lines that the kids are reading, and various other tools. And this just gives you some information regarding the tools that are available. So I'm going to click on Begin Test Now. And it's going to load very slowly. Okay, so again, you can see the passage the kids will be reading through here, and they'll be clicking an answer, marking it, and then moving on with next. And again, there's a lot of different options that are on here. I can choose a line reader, and you can highlight the lines as I go through this if I need that, because some students may work better with that accommodation. They have that option to do it. I can zoom in, I can zoom out to take a closer look, or zoom out. I can also do, sorry, the computer is running really slowly. I can take notes as I'm going through and reading this, save and close, and then continue on through. I'm not going to walk you through this step by step because I think it's more meaningful for you all to go in and log in yourself and see the different pieces. So before we head over to the lab, does anybody have any basic questions that I can answer for you on this? No questions?
And this is something that our teachers are using to become familiar with, as well as the students, in particular for elementary, fifth grade. But we are receiving updates almost daily, and so we make adjustments as we need to receive the updates. I encourage you to take a look at, just to experience, and not just the test questions, although that's part of it too, but all the features that Tracy is explaining in the that they have available to them in the section here. And if you try language arts, please try math as well, because those features are different.
And there's a writing component as well too, so take a few minutes to get on that too, just to kind of explore all of it, just to see what all the other options are on there.
And when they're at home, is it best for them to use Chrome as well?
Yes, that's actually on the directions. If you try to get on with Internet Explorer, you will not get anywhere with it. So if you have Google Chrome, that's the way to go. You'll be able to use all the pieces within it if you're on Chrome. Okay, any questions? No? Okay, here are your directions step by step. I'm going to give everybody a copy, and then here's just some basic information about the Florida Standards Assessment, just for you all to kind of build your knowledge about what exactly the test is perhaps about. So I'm going to give you one of these. If you'll head over to perhaps the back row of the computers over there, that would be great, and I'll be over there in just a few minutes. Feel free to go ahead and click on Chrome and get started, and then I'll come over and kind of